Breaking news out of Washington. This just happened, and it's sending shockwaves across the country. A brand new bill, nicknamed the Comeback Bill, has just passed, and it could mean thousands of dollars headed straight to your bank account. Yes, you heard that right. $3,200 payments could soon be landing in the accounts of millions of Americans receiving SSI and SSDI benefits. Now listen carefully, because this is not just another rumor floating around the internet. This comes directly from recent discussions on Capitol Hill, where lawmakers, including key members from both parties, have agreed to support a financial relief package tied to Trump's economic comeback plan. And if you're on Social Security, this could be one of the biggest updates you've seen in years. Reports are confirming that this proposal moved faster than anyone expected. Just days ago, it was being debated in committee. Now it's passed both chambers, and it's on track for immediate implementation. The bill's goal? To bring direct relief to seniors, disabled Americans, and anyone living on a fixed income who's been hit hardest by inflation and rising costs. So what exactly is in this comeback bill? Why is it called that? And most importantly, when will you see the money? Because here's the shocking part. This isn't just a political move. It's being described as a restoration package aimed at rebuilding confidence in the economy. And it includes a one-time payment of up to $3,200 per person. That's right, $3,200. And early drafts suggest that SSI and SSDI beneficiaries could be among the first in line to receive it. Imagine this, you check your direct deposit in a few weeks and there it is, a one-time $3,200 boost. No application required, no forms to fill out, just automatic relief sent directly to your account through the Social Security Administration and the US Treasury. Now, before you get too excited, there's a lot of misinformation flying around. That's why in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what's happening, who qualifies, and how soon you could actually see this payment. So don't go anywhere, because in the next few minutes you'll know what the comeback bill really means for you, your benefits, and your future. Stay with me. What happens next might surprise you. Here's what's really going on behind the headlines. The comeback bill is part of a larger effort that's being called America's Financial Restoration Plan, a push that started gaining traction the moment Trump's advisors began drafting a proposal to counter inflation and rebuild support among working-class Americans, seniors, and veterans. After weeks of negotiation, the proposal gained momentum on Capitol Hill, and to everyone's surprise, it passed with overwhelming support. Now here's the interesting part. This isn't a small symbolic measure. This bill was designed to put real money back into people's hands, fast. And according to Treasury insiders, the $3,200 figure wasn't random. It's modeled after the previous pandemic-era relief payments that many Americans relied on just a few years ago. So why now? The truth is simple. The economy's been shaky. Prices are still high, grocery costs are climbing, and millions on fixed incomes have been struggling to keep up. Even though official inflation numbers have come down slightly, many households haven't felt that relief. Energy bills, rent, and prescription prices continue to rise. Washington knows it, the voters know it, and this bill is the response. Several lawmakers reportedly pushed for this to be prioritized before the end of the year, especially as the holiday season approaches. They argued that those on SSI, SSDI, and other federal assistance programs deserve immediate help. Not more waiting, not more red tape. Trump's team, sources say, framed this as a comeback for the forgotten Americans. It's part of his strategy to rebuild the middle and lower class economy from the ground up, focusing on seniors, disabled citizens, and veterans. People who've carried the burden of rising costs for far too long. Get this, the support wasn't just partisan. Moderate Democrats joined Republicans to move it forward, saying relief shouldn't depend on political lines. That's rare, and it's one reason why the bill moved so quickly. So what's in the fine print? Reports indicate the comeback bill allocates nearly $280 billion for direct payments, another $40 billion to strengthen Social Security operations, and additional funding to speed up backlogs at the SSA and the VA. In short, it's not just a one-time check. It's a signal that Washington is finally acknowledging what millions of Americans have been saying for months. The cost of living is unbearable, and it's time for action. Treasury Secretary Janet Moore confirmed in a late-night press briefing that the payments will be processed and prioritized for citizens already in the federal benefits system. Translation: if you receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, your information is already in the database, which means you'll be among the first to see movement once the rollout begins. But here's the catch. The bill still needs to go through a short administrative window before the money starts flowing. The Treasury and Social Security Administration have to coordinate payment systems, verify active accounts, and confirm eligibility. That's why officials are saying the first wave could begin within weeks, not months. And there's another reason this matters right now. Many analysts believe this move could stabilize consumer confidence heading into 2026. Extra cash in people's hands means more spending power, which means more movement in the economy. It's a short-term boost with long-term political consequences. So let's be clear, this isn't a handout. It's a calculated effort to jumpstart the economy from the bottom up. For millions of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, this $3,200 payment could be a turning point. Now comes the question everyone's been asking: who exactly qualifies, and how will this payment actually work? Because the rollout won't be the same for everyone. There's a specific order, and understanding that order could make all the difference. Let's break it down next. Who gets the $3,200 and how it works? Now, let's get into what really matters. Who gets the $3,200, how it's paid out, and when you could actually see it in your account. According to what's been released so far, the first round of payments will go directly to people receiving SSI and SSDI benefits. That means if you're currently getting monthly payments from the Social Security Administration, you're already in the system, and you won't have to apply or fill out any forms. The Treasury will use the same direct deposit information you already have on file. That's the key. If your information is current, your payment will find you automatically. Officials have said the priority order will look something like this. First, SSI and SSDI beneficiaries. Second, Veterans Affairs recipients. Third, low-income seniors and certain taxpayers earning under $75,000 a year. Now listen carefully. The reason SSI and SSDI are at the front of the line is because their records are directly managed by the SSA. That allows payments to go out fast, electronically, and securely. If you're wondering about timing, here's what we know so far. The Treasury and SSA are expected to start processing as soon as the coordination period ends. Some sources are pointing to late November or early December as the target window for the first deposits to start appearing. Yes, that means it could happen before the holidays. Payments are expected to roll out in phases, likely following the same schedule as your regular benefits. For example, if you receive your SSI on the 1st of each month, that's when your bonus payment could show up too. SSDI recipients might see it based on their birth date, just like their usual deposit cycle. But before you get too excited, here's the truth. Not everyone will see their payment right away. There will be verification steps, especially for those who've recently changed their banking info or have pending address updates. That's why officials are urging everyone to check their SSA account and make sure all details are up to date. If your account info is correct and active, you won't have to lift a finger. The $3,200 will be deposited automatically. same as your regular payment. But if you're still getting paper checks, it could take longer. Now, who exactly qualifies? Based on the draft outline, here's the general breakdown. All SSI recipients, regardless of age or marital status, Social Security Disability Insurance beneficiaries with active status as of October 2025, veterans receiving VA disability or pension benefits, low-income retirees whose income falls below the federal threshold, certain taxpayers who earned less than $75,000 last year and aren't claimed as dependents. If you're receiving both SSI and SSDI, you won't get double. The payment will be consolidated into one $3,200 deposit. And yes, just to confirm, this payment is not taxable income. It's classified as a relief payment, meaning it will not affect your regular benefits, Medicaid, or food assistance eligibility. That's an important distinction. So, what does this mean for you in real life? If you're struggling to cover bills, this could help you catch up. If you've been putting off medical expenses, this could give you breathing room. And if you've been worried about holiday spending or winter heating costs, this relief could come right on time. Now, there's one more thing you need to know. Scams are already popping up. People pretending to be from the Social Security Administration, calling or emailing about early access or processing fees. Let me be clear, that's fake. No government agency will ever ask you for money or personal details to release your payment. If you get a call like that, hang up. Go straight to ssa.gov or call the official Social Security line. Protect your information. Now, you might be wondering, what happens next? How do you make sure your payment doesn't get delayed, lost, or flagged in the system? That's what we're covering next. Because these next few steps could make all the difference between getting your money on time or waiting months for it. Let's go over exactly what you should do right now to get ready. What you must do next. Here's what you need to do right now to make sure you don't miss a single dollar from the $3,200 comeback payment. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. Check your payment details, your direct deposit information, and your mailing address. If anything has changed, your bank closed, you moved, or your account number is different, update it immediately. That's the number one reason payments get delayed or returned. Step 2. Look out for official updates from ssa.gov and treasury.gov only. Ignore social media posts, fake YouTube videos, or text messages claiming to offer early access or pre-registration. The real information will only come from government websites and verified press releases. Step 3. Mark your calendar. If everything goes according to schedule, the first payments could start hitting SSI and SSDI accounts as early as the last week of November, with full rollout continuing through mid-December. That means some people might see it right before the holidays, a much-needed boost for anyone living on a fixed income. And step 4, tell your friends and family who rely on benefits. Many people won't hear about this until it's too late. They might ignore official emails or assume it's fake. Share what you know, help them stay informed, and make sure nobody gets left out. Now listen, if you're worried about whether you qualify, here's the good news. If you're already receiving SSI or SSDI, you're automatically in the system. You don't need to apply, you don't need to call anyone, and you don't need to sign any forms. Just make sure your information is correct. And remember, these payments are automatic, tax-free, and separate from your regular benefits. You'll still get your usual Social Security or disability check on time, plus the comeback payment when it's processed. Now, here's what's really important. Stay calm and stay alert. Big announcements like this always bring confusion, misinformation, and scams. That's why you should stick with trusted sources, the Social Security Administration, the US Treasury, and verified news outlets. If you're ever unsure, call the official SSA helpline directly at 1-800-77-21213. That's the only number you should trust. Now think about what this means. For so many Americans who've been struggling just to make it through the month, people choosing between groceries and prescriptions, heating and rent, this payment could be a lifeline. It's more than just a number on a check. It's a bit of breathing room. It's hope. It's the government finally saying, "We see you and we're helping." So keep your eyes open, stay informed, and check your accounts carefully in the coming weeks. The moment those payments begin, you'll want to be ready. And remember, I'll be tracking every update as it unfolds. The moment official payment dates are released, I'll bring them straight to you. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an alert. Because this story is just beginning, and the next announcement could be the one that puts $3,200 in your account. Stay strong, stay informed, and don't lose hope. Help is closer than it seems.